Welcome, one and all, to the damage pre-port, and I am wondering if the tech is working. It seems to be having a bit of an issue. I think I'm going to start and restart. Let me just quickly check to see if this is live. We are very low on time. I hate it when this happens. Okay, so people can see it. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you for being here for the damage report. You've clicked on this and you're probably wondering, okay, well, what are we going to cover? No, we're going to cover a lot of fun stuff, actually. We've got Valentina Gomez respond to the fact that she lost her election bid. We got some fun videos, and we have Donald Trump's insane thing about stomachs or whatever. It was a weird weekend in the news, and I just want to play some fun videos for you. Definitely hit the like button if you haven't already. We're coming in a little bit late. Apologies for that. There was a lot to get ready for the full show. But I don't want to make you wait for all of those things I teased. Let's get right into the first of them, starting with this.
That was the most fun I've ever had. I put the fear of God on these groomers, pedophiles, and corrupt politicians. I want to thank the 47,000 people that voted for me. We rejected millions, almost got arrested, shot big, beautiful guns, triggered every liberal in America, didn't pay for ads, got hundreds of millions of views, and we did it all without holding a single fundraiser. Hollywood, the establishment, and the Democrats all came after me because I didn't want this gay shit being shoved down our throats, men in women's sports, and babies getting killed. And yes, I lost this election. But I'm young, beautiful, and rich as fuck. Let's make America great again.
Okay, so yes, she's very, very happy about this whole thing. All of her friends are happy. You can't see them, they're right out of frame. I will remind you all of a couple important facts about Valentina Gomez's election that she doesn't want to focus on there, and that never, like, if you thought about them, her campaign made even less sense than it would ostensibly seem to. So first of all, in terms of the results, she got 7th. She got 7th. Okay, so when you say, and we did it all without holding one fundraiser, I don't know, maybe you should have, like, we didn't pay for any ads. Well, okay, I mean, you got 7th, so I would hope that you did not pay for any ads, I guess, at that point. But also, much more importantly, considering the content, not only of her campaign, but of her thing there, where she's just ranting about how, like, she cannot go 5 seconds without thinking about gay people and thinking about trans people. She's, like, Valentina, we hear you. We hear you. You are broke and obsessed. We understand it. Okay? You are way more interested in gay and trans people than gay and trans people are. We get that. We get that. You wake up thinking about trans people, you go to sleep thinking about trans people. You wake up worrying that people might be gay, you go to sleep worried about people being gay. We get that. We totally understand that. She was running for Secretary of State. Has nothing to do with any of the shit that she's talking about babies being killed and men and women sports or whatever. It has, like, if you want to run for Congress or something and then just do all of the culture war bullshit that you're obsessed with, you could do that. You're running for Secretary of State. It has nothing to fucking do with it. Nothing at all. And she's like, we got millions of views. You're running as a politician. Like, I understand that a lot of politicians immediately launch like a podcast or something. They're all fucking obsessed with fame. That's why they do all this culture war shit. It's just to get right-wingers worked up. It's content. She's producing content, not policy, not truly ideology, just content. But it's Secretary of State. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Again, like, these people would have you believe they're part of a movement, but it's a media movement. It is not a movement that's actually based on improving the lives of people that live there. She didn't even talk about anything that a Secretary of State does. But now she's super happy because I'm young, I'm beautiful, and rich as fuck. Well, maybe you should spend some more money on the campaign then. And also, she lost her job after saying all this homophobic shit. I don't even know that she is rich as shit. Again, it's all just hype. It's all a million little Logan Pauls running around. That's all it is. And with the transphobia, actually. So we just saw the Sunflower Dragon member for 2 months says, why are you covering your hair, but love the hat? I mean, if you think it's because I did some wild haircut, it is not. I just didn't feel like doing my hair today. So, like, I didn't blow dry it. There's nothing in it. So it's just kind of like, nah. So I don't know. I just thought, you know, hot dog hat is kind of a fun hat. I'll wear that. Anyway, Balls to the Walls t-shirt is available at Shop TYT. I did suggest this to us, and I hear tell it's the best-selling shirt on Shop TYT. so far this year. I love this. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but I love the shirt because I just want to be a part of the continued cultural backlash to the myth that men in America are supposed to be one way. Like that somehow you're not being a man unless you bow down to Donald Trump or JD Vance or Ted Cruz or any of the other deeply unmasculine, broken, overly emotional, pathetic men on the right. You don't have to be. And in fact, you can vote for the Democrats. You can also be balls to the walls and support the Harris Walls ticket. You can do that. That's the thing that you want to do. So anyway, that's our first fun thing. This is kind of fun. Trump is going to, he's suing the DOJ for political persecution, which I don't think you can sue for money for political persecution. But anyway, they're saying the raid is unconstitutional and he wants $100 million. Now, there's a whole bunch of like specific things he's saying about it. Again, it's stupid bullshit. I don't care. You can't, like, you know what? I was going to be wrong. I was going to say you can't just throw around the term unconstitutional as if it doesn't mean anything specific. But I'm wrong. Sorry, that's my bad. Because you can, because they do. There is nothing unconstitutional about raiding him because you believe that he's stolen these documents, and then you raid him, and he did steal the documents. Jesus. Okay, I don't even care. Okay, Rochelle, member for 32 months, is finally getting to catch you live. Yay, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. By the way, if you're not a subscriber right now, and if you'd like to become a subscriber in time to be able to say from here until eternity that you were one of the first million subscribers of the Damage Report, then you better do it fast because we are at 978,000 subscribers. We are, thanks to you all, going to hit that mark, I hope, by election day. So get in there while you still can, everybody, okay? And do it. Also hit that like button while you still can. We're moving towards our final video. Oh, so this is the second of the things that I wanted you to stay tuned for. We're going to get to the stomach thing. But first, we're going to do this. Okay, how do we need to do this for Threads to play nice? We're going to do this. We're going to click this. And then we're going to click this. And then this.
Congratulate the young woman who transitioned from a man into a boxer. And I'd like to congratulate the young woman who transitioned from a man into a boxer.
Okay, so that is Donald Trump just a few days ago, continuing to intentionally defame Imani Khalif, who is launching lawsuits, apparently, about this. I haven't looked a ton into the J.K. Rowling aspect of this, but apparently since the lawsuit was launched, J.K. Rowling has not tweeted about Imani Khalif, which I think is amazing. When you make claims about someone, malicious claims that are debunked, and then you keep lying intentionally to hurt this person and to make money, I think there should be consequences for this. They all know that they're wrong, but they do not have the insert a thing, the testicular fortitude, the intestinal fortitude, the base level of ethics to apologize for the lies you told, or barring an apology, just shut the fuck up about it. It is always free. You don't need a subscription. You don't need premium access to shut the fuck up about stuff. And these people will not do it. I'm gonna give you another example in just a sec. John Fox, member for 3 months, says, I linked up with my local office of Georgia Democrats yesterday and hit the streets canvassing for Harris for the first time. When we vote, we win. That's awesome. That's awesome. And by the way, we have a few more minutes, but if you want to send a message, send a super chat, something like that, I'll give you a shout out. If you become a member, I'll give you a shout out. We rely on our members. I don't just mean that in some sort of abstract, like metaphor sense, although that is true too. No, we literally rely on the members, and thank you. So I was worried, as some of you might have been, when Imani Khalif won the gold medal, that they were going to freak out, and they did. Megyn Kelly saying, don't you see what this insanity is doing to women? Why do girls have to share their bathrooms with boys, their locker rooms, their sports, their prisons? Why do fourth grade boys have to share theirs with girls and their tampons? She's not even getting the conspiracy theory right. None of this is normal, safe, or fair. She just said that this weekend. She has known for over a week that Amani Khalif is a woman. And not just in the sense that trans women are women. No, is a woman by their definition. Is a woman, will be a woman, has always been a woman by their own definition. Because they always want to say, okay, I don't want to have to understand that like gender is a social construct. I don't want to understand that. I don't understand how there's intersex conditions and the DSD conditions and gender is more complex than we want to, pretend that it is. Okay, so we're just going to say you have to have the right genitals. That's it, full stop. And then, no, that's not enough. That's actually not, no. You're born with the right genitals, but then you get a hormone, so it doesn't matter what genitals you had. It's now just the hormones. Except that we have always said that that is exactly not what it is. So it is simultaneously just about the genitals, except when that we don't like the result of that. So then it's just about the hormones, except when we don't like the results of that. And so I have a simple question for the right, coming out of the Amani Khalif thing. What the fuck do you think is a woman? You guys have been asking the question for like 2 years, and you haven't come to any conclusions. We all understand it. It's a gender identity. It's different based on where you're at, what time it is. It's meant different things. It's a general thing that some people identify as, and that's what it is, and it cannot be reduced to a simple biological calculation of external, internal genitalia or hormones. Because when you try to do it that way, you inevitably run up against cases where it doesn't make sense. By your own, I'm going to say logic. It's not logical, but it's what they think logic is. And that's why you have Megyn Kelly complaining about the fact that a woman won a gold medal in women's sports. And do I need to point out, or has Tim Walz clarified it well enough? They're fucking weird. Anyway, let's move on to our final story. I promised this video. I'm going to give you this video. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to do that, and then we're going to go to this. Why, when you refresh it, does it automatically take away the volume? That's not how it should work.
About somebody's physical disability, but he's got the biggest stomach I have ever seen. I swear. That's the biggest stomach. I have never seen a stomach like that. Because he doesn't look that heavy. You're not allowed to use the word fat. So if you use the word fat, you can say obese, you can say anything, but you can't say fat. That's the end of your political career. And I don't speak badly.
Okay, so that is Donald Trump talking about Jon Tester. The reason he's talking about Jon Tester is he's in Montana for some fucking reason. It's a presidential campaign. Why are you spending your time in Montana? I mean, look, I love the idea that theoretically, if it was just about the popular vote, then you go everywhere. But that's not one of the swing states. And so to take down Jon Tester because he has to insult someone and he doesn't know how to deal with Kamala Harris, so he just talks about other people or whatever. He's talking about he has this big stomach and you're not supposed to say fat. It's any political career. But he's got this big stomach out to here. Being fat or not is not a moral thing. It does not attest to whether you're a good person or not, trustworthy or not, competent or not. Donald Trump being fat or not has nothing to do with whether he's a good person or not, even for people for whom they think that maybe it does. If you were to rank the terrible things that Donald Trump is, what would it be? Number 1,000? But if we're talking hypocrisy, Donald Trump, you've never seen a stomach like that? Have you looked south? You are a fat man, okay? You being a fat man does not make you a bad person. Doesn't make you a villain, even in your own story, let alone in ours, but you are a fat man, objectively. You are an obese man. You are a big fat man with a big stomach. That's just a thing. That's not an ethical judgment of you. That is purely a fact of nature. I have eyes. My eyes can see your stomach. My mouth can say what my eyes have seen. And I wouldn't be bringing it up, except you seem to think, Donald Trump, that that is the most important fucking thing in politics, is to point out, well, I saw Jon Tester and he's got a big stomach, so I gotta say it. Okay, well, if that's a rule, and remember, some people say that ethics should be a thing where you do that which you want all people to do. You should be able to take the ethical principle that you are demonstrating by what you're doing, and it is ethical, thus other people should do it, so I'm going to do it. If John Tester has a big stomach, so do you! Jesus fucking Christ! Of all of the things to criticize people for, I don't know what would be more hypocritical. Maybe shellacking your face with, like, Pine Sol every day? Maybe the hair? I don't know. He could mock someone for, like, barely being shot. I'm not sure what would be more hypocritical than talking about the stomach. Anyway, Tubby, and you're 100% right. Kamala Harris looks amazing for 59 years old. Anyway, I'm getting in trouble because I'm going too long. Apologies. Thank you everyone for being here. We got to do the full show. I'll see you in a little bit with Francesca Fiorentini.